Yo, what's up, Catfish World? Checking everybody out here, coming to you live from Kentucky. I'm in, what town am I in? I'm in Georgetown. Give everybody a few minutes to get in here, and let me make sure that it is showing up live here on my phone. Give me a second here. Yep. It's there. Should be seeing some human beings in here shortly, hopefully. See if I can get any feed. Throw the mute down on that. If you're seeing the feed okay, give me a thumbs up. Grayson?
Yeah?
Go look at my feed, see if you can see me okay.
What's it on?
My page.
Oh.
Boom! There's somebody stepping in. We got a human being in here. There we go. We got some eyeballs now. I don't want to give it a second to get fired up. There we go. People clicking in. Yay! Let's see if I can kill that noise. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. Boom! There we go. We are, I am trying to do this remotely from, just from my laptop. So, I'm at the hotel here. I need to shift that way just a little bit. There we go. Feed's looking good now. Got a bunch of people dropping in. Awesome sauce. I am in Georgetown, Kentucky, coming in for the Catfish Conference. What happened was, I'll bring you up to date. We were supposed to get here tomorrow. The plan was to drive up tomorrow morning, nice and early, get up here, maybe around 10, 11. But what happened to us in the Charlotte, North Carolina area and the North Carolina mountains is we had some snow come through, and it hadn't made it to the Carolina or to my area yet around Charlotte, but it was on the way. So we called an audible this morning and basically said we're gonna head on up here early. Like I said, didn't plan on getting here until tomorrow, and we decided to come early. By the way, anybody that's new, I'm Melhorn. Thanks for dropping by. If you're a subscriber to the channel, welcome back. Appreciate you having me here. And if you're new, please consider subscribing. Now that I got the obligatory stuff out of the way, we decided to come up. So what happened was the hotel that we've got actually at the Catfish Conference did not have any rooms tonight. We've got a room there tomorrow night and the next night. So anyway, so that's where I'm at. We're actually in Lexington tonight. We're just going to stay here, and then we'll be over there tomorrow. So that's what's going on, and that's what's happening. So Kentucky Catman is saying the buffering is really bad. I'm on the hotel internet, and I just wonder how slow it is. I just wonder if I would be better off being on my hotspot, if that would make a difference. I'm going to turn my hotspot on while I'm sitting here, and I'm going to try connecting to it in mid-flight and see what happens while that is booting up. Anyway, I'll give you the plan. Tomorrow I'm going to be going over to the Catfish Conference, going to get in there and get set up. A little better setup than what I've got here. I'm just doing this off the laptop. I'm going to have my cameras and stuff. And going to try to go live from there, depending on who I can get to come in and sit down and talk to everybody. So I'm going to do some interviews, going to do some podcasts, hopefully, and a whole bunch of stuff. So I plan on meeting a whole bunch of people. There's a bunch of people that obviously are here in the chat and are frequent watchers of the station and or the channel. They're going to be there. So get to meet some talents that's working loud and clear. That's very good. Dieter, are you going to do a live chat with Catfish Dave at the conference? Tim, I don't even know if he's going to be there. Our concern was tonight. Not so much the accumulation. We could get through this. It's only calling for like 4 inches of snow, which isn't bad. Our concern was that it was going to rain and not be frozen all day, wash all the brine off the roads, and then when it gets down to 22, 23, whatever they're calling for tonight, it was going to be some black ice. And I didn't want to deal with that at 4 o'clock in the morning, so that's why we opted out of that. So anyway, let's see what else we got in here. Bunch of people jumping in. Hello to everyone. Who is from the furthest away on here? I'm trying to see if I recognize any of the people from California. I know there's some people that come in from California. Sign in real, or holler out real quick where you're from. I'm curious who is the furthest away on here. Yeah, people are laughing. Those Dave's on a boat. He is on a boat. It's interesting. I'm sure he'll enjoy it, and it'll open up a lot more fishing opportunities for him. Fishing from the bank is fun. It's relaxing. You don't have to. It's a lot easier to navigate at night. You only have to walk from your truck to the bank, so you don't have to worry about running into stuff, but it does open up a lot more water. Oh, we got some people from Louisville, Illinois, Nashville. I think Nashville has some snow today, too. It seemed like most of the snow stayed south. We came out of Asheville in the mountains, got out of the gorge, I don't know, 30, 40 miles. It cleared up kind of coming into Knoxville. And then once we got north, back up toward Louisville and climbed back up, we got into some good snow again. I actually pulled over with the drone and shot some stuff. I've got a new drone that I'm trying out. Scared to death to fly it right now. It's really there's a learning curve with it and a comfort zone that I'm not into yet. I actually flew it out over the lake yesterday. Which was a little unnerving. And we flew in some snow and some wind in the mountains today, which was even more unnerving. Kaiser, North Carolina. That's right up the road from me. That's not far off. Westminster, South Georgia. Japan, Big Slim, are you lying? Big Slim 91, are you lying? Are you really in Japan? Are you in the military station over there, or did you just make that up? If so, that's probably a new record. Southeast Iowa. That's right near Southeast Asia. Just kidding. Yeah, good little crowd of people here. Lopez Carver's asking what kind of drone did I get. I actually got a DJI Mini. Hang on, I'll show you. Hang on. Don't move. I'll show you. Actually pulled the drone into the shot here. It's a little bitty thing. That's it folded up. And it is T90. I'll open it up here and show you what it looks like opened. It's a very small drone, relatively affordable as far as drones go. And yeah, it's pretty little. As you can see, it's about the size of your hand. It's a very small little drone. No, I'm not going to fly it in the room for anyone that's dying to ask that question. I'm sure somebody's getting ready to. But yeah, I've been wanting to get one just to get some beauty shots and stuff. I know drone footage people can overuse drone footage, and you can drone a video to death. I promise not to do that, but there are some pretty cool, nice little establishing wide shots that I've been wanting to do, and I didn't want to spend a ton of money. These are about, I think this package was $489 or something. It came with the extra batteries, charging system, the cage, all that kind of stuff. So they're under $400, which is pretty good. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that some of the nicer DJI drones have. The bigger Mavic, this is the Mavic Mini. It doesn't have the avoidance stuff. It doesn't have the follow and all that kind of stuff. So it's a little more, you have to fly it a little bit more, but still very stable. It's a very stable drone, and the footage is amazing. You'll see it in some upcoming videos. You'll see it in some videos from here. So, good looking drone. Nice little addition. I'll probably get a nicer one once I get used to this one, and once I fly this one into the lake and all that kind of stuff. So, let's see what else we got going on here. Just reading through the line here. Utopia, Texas. I just saw that name. That's a good one. Joe Jones says China. I'm in Shanghai. I think there's a joke there. But anyway, yeah, tomorrow's Catfish Conference. So I was going to tell you guys that I'm just going to show you something here if I can pull it up. Let's see here how good I am at switching stuff around on this deal. I was going to try to show you computer screen. Boom. Will that show up? Yep, that will show up. That's what we got here. This is the seminar list. Hopefully y'all can see that. I tried pulling it up here on the screen. I'm not real good at navigating and moving stuff, but I think that's right. Yeah, that looks good there. This is what's going on. It's got the list of stuff that's going on tomorrow. 11 o'clock, Matt Jones. Flathead Tactics, 1 o'clock. Russell Marine Products, Understanding Your Electronics. It's similar to Understanding Women. You never really totally get it figured out, but just when you think you do, then boom, you learn something new. 3 o'clock. John Knoll, Baitology, Bait Collection Techniques. And then Doc Lang will be out there at 4 o'clock. So that's what's going on tomorrow. Scroll on down. We got on Saturday, they start at 9 o'clock. Jamie Hughes, Species Education and Tactics. 10 a.m. is the Conservation Panel Discussion with Aaron Wheatley, Ken, and Paula Smith. That ought to be good to listen to. 11 o'clock, something that is going to be real interesting to hear, and that's the live Q&A with the American Catfish Association intro. It says Catfish Association, but I think it's Catfishing Association. Matt Jones again on Flathead Tactics, Pro Panel Tournament Discussion. Jeff Dodd, Carl Morris, and all that is happening at 3 o'clock. More on the electronics. And then Jason Maskell and Alex Nagy, Grassroots Tournament Angling. So cool. That's kind of the lay of the land. What I was going to tell you was one of the things, any of you folks out there that are YouTubers that are coming to the Catfish Conference, we've got like a little section there set up for YouTubers to hang out in. You can I'm going to be setting up a camera there, similar to what I did last year. This is open to anybody who's got a YouTube channel. It's a place you can shoot stuff. If you got some t-shirts or some swag to get rid of to sell, you can do that there. You can greet people, and I'll show you where that's at. Let's open that up. Boom. Let's see if we can pull that up on here. There we go. Do everything around here where I can see it. There we go. Should be able to see that pretty good. But yeah, there's the YouTube booth that you can see right there in the right-hand side of the screen, right next to the seminar section and right next to where the Catfish Cook-Off is. It's a very large space, folks. It's as big as 2 of the big booths. So be sure to come over and take advantage of that if you have a YouTube channel. And that's where I'll be set up hanging out. So anyway, see who else is chimed over here. That's everything. See you Saturday. BW will be there. Cool. Are you going out on the Ohio River? Come on, someone will take you out. DLC, I don't know if I'm going to have time to be honest. It's kind of going to be pretty busy. I got a lot of ground to cover. I know last year it was tough to get everything done that I wanted to get done and needed to be done. And it's probably going to be that way this year too. I wish there was time for this. It's just going to be cold. I'll tell you that right now. It's going to be pretty chilly up here. I was looking at some of the highs and stuff. Weather's going to be good as far as no bad precipitation, but it's going to be chilly. So what was this here? What does Stephen Beard ask? What is your opinion of the old Ultracast Abu Garcia 6500 C3? I'm not familiar with the Ultracast, if that was a specific model brand or whatever. I've got several of the 6500 C3s and love them. They're great reels. I've called them heirloom reels before. They're reels that will last you forever. You can get parts for them. You can repair them. You can do all that kind of stuff. And they're great reels. If you've got the money to buy them, they're not exactly cheap, but they're great reels. So if you got the money to buy them, you're not spending money in a bad place if you get those reels. So yeah, good info there. Jason Lamb asking, are the rivers flooding down that way? I haven't seen any water here. I don't know if you're asking about here or talking to somebody else, but it seems like everybody in this part of the country, it's just like everything in the southeast is getting flooded at some point. I know our rivers have been up and down and all over the place. So it's kind of a weird winter, kind of mild too. This actual snow is the first snow that we've seen this year. I think we had a little bit of a flurry, but it's not been extremely cold. So yeah, so you can take this opportunity to kickstart your selling of Dieter Dragons. You might even sell out of those Dieter Dragons. Yeah, it's funny. I've had plenty of people offer me deals to make them, get them done, distribute them. I hate to get into selling stuff. Maybe at some point I will, but it's not my wheelhouse right now. So I'm just not a big fan of it, but who knows? John Nick saying cheap, good bait caster. Now, if you're asking me that, the two that I've been running on my boat that are much more affordable are the loose reels that are on there, the round bait caster styles. I think it's a LXCL 60 or something like that. And the Ancient Mariners, as much people love them or hate them, but I haven't broken one yet. And they're still working and still holding up. And both of those are a lot more affordable than a Abu Garcia. I'm testing out a PC Fun reel right now. It's a bigger reel. It's got a lot of drag on it. It's like 25 pounds, but size-wise too, it's bigger, it's bulkier. So it's bigger. So I'll give you some reports on it as time goes on. Are you going to meet up with Catfish Dave? Mark C is asking. I doubt it. I don't think he's coming to the conference, and I'm probably not going to take any time to swing back through Tennessee or through Sevierville or anywhere over there to go find him. So hopefully he makes it. Maybe he'll have a little change of heart and come up and say howdy and see how everything's going and say hey to all the fans up there. Have I fished Hiwassee? No. Are there catfish in there? I know where it's at. I didn't know if there were catfish in there. It's a pretty deep lake, if I'm not mistaken, or am I wrong there? Or am I thinking of that other one that's in the mountain that's got all those trout in it? Yes, Matthew, it is Pinky. That is the way I refer to one of the Ancient Mariner reels that I've got. Old Pinky has had a tough life and has done very well and amazingly well. I actually caught my personal best 70-pounder on it back in December. So yeah. Do you know if Shattercat is going to be there? I want to say yes. It seemed like I saw something about that somewhere. Because I wanted to. My plan is to get a bunch of video of a bunch of different rod manufacturers and different types of rods out there for some content that I'll be doing down the road, and looking forward to seeing some of the new stuff. Hopefully, some other rods out there this year. I think there's a few different ones that have showed up on the scene, so it'll be good to see. Squall, David Hong, you're welcome. More about the demon dragons. I've got a video coming out. It's one of my mail call segments. I want to say it's in 2 weeks on a Sunday, and there's actually some new Zaraspook type rattle demon dragon lookalike thingies that somebody has sent me. Totally different paint job, much bigger, should suspend a lot more weight than the original demon dragons. So I'm planning to get my hands on some demon dragons at the Catfish Conference this weekend and do some testing with them. So just got to find a color that I like. I'm gonna try going probably with a green or a pink if they've got any. Or I may just get one of theirs and paint it pink because pink seems to do good for some reason where we fish, and so does the green. So that'll be good to try out. I'm looking forward to trying those. We need tackle websites down here in Texas too. Not sure if we're talking about catfish tackle. There's several I don't know if that's what you're talking about or not, but for others, there's several catfish tackle websites that will actually have booths set up at the Catfish Conference. So, Hagen Grubbs, one of my heroes there. Y'all keep an eye on his channel, Hagen Grubbs Fishing. He's going to blow up. I want to be able to say I knew him when, even though that's probably already passed. I was watching one of my older videos, How's Life in Louisville? Not to Louisville yet, Hagen, but remember me when you're famous, will you? Y'all go check his channel out and subscribe. But he's blowing up and doing really good, so he must be doing something right. I haven't made it to Louisville yet. I'll be there tomorrow morning, so we'll be rolling in there. So see what's going on. Jeremy Head says you should have a tutorial on how you make your demon dragons. I do. I have a video on that. I have a video on everything. If you know how to change a tire on your car, I've got a video on that. You need to know how to pull a transmission. I've got a video on that too. It's like the running joke. I've always got a video on something. No, I do have a video on that, on buying and ordering. I think the video is called like Demon Dragons for $1 or something like that. You can look it up. I'm probably going to do another one. I've kind of learned some things in paint and doing my own. And I may do another one. A lot of these videos, it just pays to do them again because people don't always find stuff. And but yeah, you can go in there and just here on YouTube, just put in my name and Dieter Melhorn, and then type in Demon Dragons for $1, or I think that's what it was titled. And there's a way you can make them, and it's got links to where you can order the blanks and all that kind of stuff. So thank you for the kind words there. And love the channel, always humor, informative, learn a new trick. Try to. Can you do some videos that focus on channel catfish? Not much blues around there. Actually, Michael, there's a big plan to do some of that. Now, obviously, a lot of our lakes, we used to be able to do a channel cat tutorial in there, but they've become overrun with blues, and they've displaced a lot of the channel catfish. And I'm actually planning on doing some. I got a couple of products that people have sent to me to test out, and they are scent-based products. Some of the chum pods and some of the bloodline products that I think would work really, really good for channel catfish, especially when you get them in a spring pre-spawn environment. So yeah, I will do that. There's some lakes I can go to and fish, and I'm going to plan on doing that are a little less dominated by blue cats, and I'm going to try some of that stuff out once the water warms up, because I think most of this scent-based stuff tends to work better when water is warmer. So once we get kind of into that spring session there, that's when I'm going to try to do it. So yeah, thanks for the feedback on that. Britt Setser's in the house, one of my hunting buddies, enjoyed the barbecue video. So you saw the barbecue video. If y'all don't know what he's talking about, I've got another channel that I migrated all my hunting stuff to, and it's called Time in the Stand. Time in the Stand is the name of the channel. And it's where all my hunting content is pretty much going to migrate to. And it's not just hunting, but it's more outdoor land-based stuff. So it's not just going to be hunting. It'll be some gun stuff, shooting. And this one of them was barbecue. I make barbecue on occasion. And at Christmas time, the family wanted it. So I decided to document it and made a video on barbecue. So anyway, y'all check that out. Time in the Stand. If you hunt, if you're an outdoor hunter, especially if you hunt in South Carolina, because that's where most of it's going to take place. Check it out, and yeah, y'all have to see that. My daughter says you even have videos of dancing in a boat. Randall Graves is asking. That video she speaketh of is actually, I think, on my old YouTube channel. It's still up, and I still put a link up to it. It's called the Christmas Catfish Boogie. If you search those words, it'll show up. I think that's on the old channel I had that now is just Dieter Melhorn. But it's a Christmas Catfish Boogie. Yes, I do dance with catfish, and yes, that actually happened. So we may revisit that one year. So, Jaw Jerkers, will YouTube ever fix your comments? I seriously doubt it. I'm starting to lose hope in that ever happening. They haven't turned them on any recently. I know for a while there was a couple they would get turned on and then get turned back off. So yeah, it's frustrating for y'all that don't know, maybe new to the channel. YouTube has my comments turned off. I've got some videos up that explain it in detail. I'll save you the boredom of hearing that. Everybody's heard the story 100 times, but it's a YouTube deal. If you just go to my channel and look up YouTube turned off comments, or I think the secret about my channel or something like that, I titled it and I explained it in detail. Pain in the butt. I think my channel would probably, I think it affects subscribers, to be perfectly honest. I do. I think you can still have a channel without it. I think one day it will all go away and we won't be able to comment at all, but I think now it seriously hinders subscribers and people subscribing to the channel because they become frustrated and think, I just don't want to get any feedback, which could be further from the truth. I love it. I love comments more than anybody, and I actually made a commitment at the beginning of my channel was to respond to anybody that had a question in the comment section. The easiest way to get a hold of me now, and it's a pain in the butt because you have to go to Facebook to do it, and I don't want to drive people off of YouTube to go to Facebook, and I've tried telling the people at YouTube that, but it's just frustrating. It's a pain in the butt. So, but enough of that. What type of barbecue? Mustard, ketchup, or vinegar? Mark C. Mine is done with, it's a dry rub. If I had a preference on any of them, I would kind of lean toward vinegar, but I actually use the mustard as a bonding agent. I actually take, it's pork barbecue, first of all. It's a pork shoulder, Boston butt, whatever you want to call it. And I actually use mustard as a bonding agent, basically lather the thing up in mustard, then use the dry rub. It helps for it to adhere. But as far as sauce bases go, I'm probably more vinegar based than anything. I don't get big into sauces. Because my theory is if the barbecue's good enough, you don't need any sauce. But yeah, I lean more toward that. But some of the ketchup-based stuff is pretty good too. Don't have a problem with it. I mean, you kind of could throw Sweet Baby Ray's kind of into that category. I found one. We found this last year. We were up at Cades Cove in eastern Tennessee and going on the motor loop there. And we stopped at one of the mills, and there was a grist mill set up. And it was barbecue sauce that was made from sorghum. It's the best barbecue sauce I've ever had. And I think I still have the jar. I need to see if the lady will send me some. That stuff was amazing. But it's made from sorghum, which was pretty cool. What is that on my shirt? See that? It's Catfish Solana, I think. I don't know. I got a dirty shirt. It looks gross. I didn't snot on my shirt. Kenneth Bun asked, do I use a fisherman's knot? Depends what you call a fisherman's knot. I use an improved clinch knot, which a lot of people call a clinch knot a fisherman's knot. So I use that on a lot of hooks. Most of the hooks that I use are octopus-style circle hooks. They got the bent eye, and I use a snell on those. But some of the others, just regular straight shank hooks. I do use an improved clinch knot, fisherman's knot, depending on what you call it. I actually got the groundwork for a video in place. It'll probably be out in a month or so on the only knot you need for fishing. So that one will be up soon. So let's see what else we got here. Stephen Barron is planning on starting a channel soon. We'll be doing channel cat, blue, and flathead vids on the Tennessee, Gunnersville Lake, and Alabama. Well, dude, keep us posted on that. Those are lakes that I don't get to fish. Well, I fish Tennessee River some, but it's up around Lenore City, that area up on Watts Bar and Loudon, those kind of areas. When are you going back to the beach to catch sharks? Emmanuel Villarreal asks. Villarreal. I got to learn how to say that last name. Emmanuel, I can pronounce that part. Can't be any worse than my name. I will be back in the springtime. I'm going to be honest with you. Grayson and I were talking. And next winter, we are going to go try. There's a guy, Chip Michelub, that fishes down around Hilton Head, which is south of where I fish in the Murrells Inlet area. And Chip is known for catching monster sharks and great whites. He catches usually several great whites every winter. And there's a bunch of them showing up that have been tagged off the coast of South Carolina and North Carolina this winter. And so we decided next year we're going to go down in the winter. We don't generally shark fish in the winter, but we're going to try going down there and we're going to shark fish and try to catch a great white. So we'll see how that goes. I hope I catch a small one because a big one will be really scary. So anyway, Eric Crawford's asking, you're going to be at the conference Friday and Saturday? I will be there both days. So be all over the place. So if I'm not right around that YouTube booth, that's where I'll be most of the time, but I will be moving around. There's a bunch of stuff I'm going to be shooting. And I'm also going to be trying to find some people and wrangle them up and all that. I've actually got my son with me this year, Grayson. He's going to be helping out. I actually putting him to work this year. And he's going to be helping out just with some little logistical stuff there. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's been 100 miles an hour just getting ready and getting prepared for it. So pardon me while I scroll through some of the things here on the side. It's funny, a bunch of people are subscribing to the other channel. I'm seeing the little things from Time in the Stand. The one good thing about my other YouTube channel with the hunting land-based stuff is you can comment on that one. The comments have not been turned off. So for now, you can comment. So if you want to cuss me out or anything, you can go to Time in the Stand and comment on some video. Hopefully they leave them turned on that channel.
You jinxed it, Dad.
I probably did. Grayson's over here saying I probably jinxed it by saying that. So Mitchell was asking, did you do a reveal on the Solace X reel? Okay, that's the one from PC Fun. No, Mitchell, I hadn't done it yet. I fished with it a few times, caught some fish with it. I'm going to be honest with you. After the Ice Bowl tournament, I've been 100 miles an hour as far as work and not really fished a whole lot. So I taped some videos in the studio, and I've done that, but I haven't put together a formal review on it. I'll be honest with you. I'd like to get a few more fish on it, try a few more things, test out the drag, and try some of that just to see, make a little idea on what's going on. So, hi, Dieter, a veteran to the channel, but new to chat. Wishing you a happy haircut. Let's fish bait and tillery sometime. Doc Nabox. Yeah, I did get a haircut. I got a haircut yesterday, as a matter of fact. Look at that. Look at that. That's like back to military grade there. That's off the ears, tapered in the back. I could pass inspection on that. So, let's see. Yes, Michael, I would need a bigger boat for some of the bigger ones. There's some 6, 7, 8 foot great whites that have been seen down there. Some people have caught them. So, that would, we've got the tackle to get a fish that size to the boat and get it up there and just basically get some pictures, some video of it, and take a set of bolt cutters and cut the hook, and it could go back and swim free. So it would be fun. That's my bucket list fish, if there's anything. And I could go pay Chip Michael up to take me fishing for a great white, and who knows, I may do that at some point. But y'all know how it is. There's something about doing it on your own boat, on your own terms, with your own tackle, and nothing wrong with hiring a guy to go in and do something, but it would mean more if I could make it happen. So we'll see. Country Girl Fishing, what's up? How are you doing? Are you coming to the Catfish Conference? I got to meet Country Girl Fishing. It was year before last, is when they were at the old location. She came up with some other ladies, and if you're here, let me know, because what kind of stuff here is opening up on my screen? Hang on. Sorry about that. Grayson, are you opening this stuff up on my screen? Or, sorry guys.
What am I doing?
Oh, you're fine. There's just stuff opening on my screen, and I didn't know if there was something you were doing remotely. Sorry about that. I don't know if that interfered with anything y'all were seeing.
I don't control your screen.
But no, I got to meet her. There's actually a couple of ladies that I want to interview this year for podcasts and stuff. Just to there's some stuff I'd like to talk about there. It's just from get the female perspective on some of the fishing world on some stuff. So yeah, no sir, on ditch pickle tour right now. Oh, Country Girl Fishing is catching bait. That's nice. Good for you. I hope you're doing well down there in Texas. I hope everything's good. James Wiggins asks, what are your thoughts on fishing with chicken? I've seen you use it before. I have used it, and it works. I actually told the guy yesterday that called me, a buddy of mine was worried about catching perch or shad this weekend, and he said, what should I take, just night crawlers or whatever? And I said, here's the thing, dude. I said, I honestly, if I was you, just take some chicken as a backup bait. It will catch fish. It's not the greatest bait in the world all the time, but it will catch fish. It actually shocked me how many fish were caught on it. I don't know that it's a tournament bait, but it's one that will catch fish, and it's good backup. I mean, you can sweeten it up with different stuff, with garlic powder and that kind of stuff if you want to. But just straight out of the package, get it up in little cubes, and you're good to go. Just beware in the summertime when it warms up of salmonella contamination. And a lot of chicken has salmonella, and if you're sitting there playing with the chicken and cutting it up and putting it on hooks, and it's out there hot and it's in the sun, and then you decide to peel an egg or eat your sandwich or whatever, you may end up with the pukey so a little bit later. So that's not good. Ricky Vela says you need more live fishing videos. Plan to. I want to do more. The evening time seems to be the best time to do that, and especially the night, when you guys have really went crazy over the night stuff, and I appreciate you tuning in and watching. I know it's right up there with Live PD as far as viewers go. I'm just kidding. We're better than them. No, it's fun to watch the stuff sitting at home. I've done it too with people out fishing, and they're going live, and I'm sitting there watching TV, sitting in the recliner, and looking at a live feed going on. So, Brian Lanham has asked, how long have you been fishing for? I've been fishing all my life, which is 84 years. So that's a long time. And it's kept me looking young. I mean, for 84 years old, I'm looking really, really good. Quit laughing, Grayson. Now I have been fishing all my life. I just started pursuing big catfish. I mean, seriously pursuing them probably about 16, 17 years ago. And that was when we were really in our area, was just starting to get fish that were bigger. Be honest with you, at that time, we didn't have monster fish. And the first time I caught, well, really the first time I caught anything, it was in the teens. It was like the greatest thing in the world. And then went on to, a few years later, ended up catching one that was like in around 50. And, you know, from there, it was a change of direction of what I was doing and what I was pursuing. So it's been a while. I've been at it I hadn't added up the years, but it's been I'll put it to you this way. I'm on my third boat, and I've had this one 12 years now. So it's been 15, 18. Boy, time flies. It adds up. So I may be 20 years. I don't even want to do the math and see if it's been that long. So Eddie Grace asking what part of Kentucky am I in right now? I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. We just got a hotel here tonight, and we're just going to go to a conference in the morning. We'll be staying over there right next to the arenas where you're at. So are you doing any live feeds from the conference? Sunny Cat and Average Burger asks. Yes, there will be some live feeds. Don't have a time yet. I don't have a time. I don't know. It's going to depend on who I can get. I may try to stage them. I think the conference goes until 8 o'clock each night. And if that's the case, I may try to schedule them, sometime in the evening, 6 o'clock, when people are off work, so they got time to watch it and that kind of stuff, and maybe shoot some interviews earlier in the day. So anyway, Kenneth Vaughn asked, did you see Dave's new boat? I did. I seen a video clip of it the other day, and that'll open up a whole new world of fishing for him. He'll have a good time with that. I'm sat on my dock casting a shad for catfish, a striper in the snow. Would have been a good day to go striper fishing. It would have been a good day to go striper fishing. We had some sleep back home before we left, and stripers seem to love sleep for some reason. I don't know. It must be the noise that it makes hitting the water or something. So that's definitely a good time to do it. David Holland's heading to Santee. Man, have fun down on Santee. Hopefully the weather's good. It's getting to that time of the year where if we get a warm snap, you can be on some fish in some shallow water. It's just a matter of getting that warm snap and something that stays halfway consistently warm. So let's see what other questions we got in here. Yeah, I will be at the Catfish Conference tomorrow. Trying to think if I may try to post something here on YouTube in my community section, because y'all, if you're a subscriber and you've got your bell turned on, you'll be notified when I post something in the community section. So I can use that as maybe a little warning that, hey, I'm going to go live at 2 o'clock with whoever or something or whatever, and do it that way. And also trying to notify people now on Facebook, my Dieter Melhorn fishing page on Facebook. So make sure you follow me on there. But yeah, I'll try to give y'all some heads up. That way, if you need to get sick at work real quick, you can conveniently slip out and disappear. So Cody Puckett says, can't wait to meet you tomorrow. That'll be cool, man. Look for me. Like I said, I'll be around somewhere all day, pretty much all day. I think we'll say probably till the end, or at least close to it. So Ricky, a 36-pound blue is a heck of a fish. That's a big one. I remember when I dreamed of catching a 36-pound fish. I'll tell you what, if I'm fishing in a tournament right now, I'm praying for a 36-pound fish. That's a good fish. Anywhere you go, and we all get a little bit, I don't know, I guess you get a little jaded or something after a while, and, we go, oh, we want this bigger. That's a big fish. You get whatever tournament you're fishing in, if you get a limit of fish that size, you'll be in the money, so it's good to have. Terry Fry, do you ever use different rods to catfish with, or just big cat fever? I actually do. I switched up at the beginning of the year and basically put in an array of rods on the boat. During the Ice Bowl tournament, I fished that. One of our partners brought us up there to fish that, and we used B&M rods on that one. I tried out some B&M rods, and they seem to work really good, so I tried those out. I've had some different ones on there, and I may add some more. I basically wanted to have one. The thinking behind that was going into this year was that We just want to put some different rods on the boat. That way people can see some different stuff. Y'all know that I'll try out some different reels and that kind of stuff. And because not everybody is, for whatever reason, they may not have, big cat fever rods readily available where they're at. They may only have B&M rods. They may have Whisker Seeker down at the local store, or just have ugly sticks that they can get at Walmart or at Bass Pro Shop. So I decided I was going to put a little different spread of stuff on the boat and fish it this year and let y'all just see how it performs and really honestly show you that it will all catch fish. I'm going to be honest with you. So I take a sip of my tea. I don't have my cup. And I'm not sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Free plug. If I ever get sponsored by them, that'd be nice. But no, there's a lot of tackle out there, and all these rods work. All of them will catch fish. And I've said in some videos that I honestly believe, and somebody I was talking to today, I said this to them, that a lot of it's an emotional attachment to something very small. And, it can be who makes the rods. It could be, the color of them, as stupid as that is. I know the B&M rods are red. If you look at my boat, my 100-mile-an-hour suit is red. The bimini top is red. My seat's red. So yeah, it can be little stuff like that. Maybe who makes him, may just like the name. So they're all good stuff, and that's what I'm going to try to show people in this stuff. By the way, Michael, thank you. I just saw that I got a super chat from you. I appreciate that. It was very kind of you. Hopefully, he's going to throw a question out there. It's funny how these things don't show up the same. Okay, there it is there. Okay. It's different than looking at it. I get so used to seeing this stuff on my phone when I'm out doing live deals, when I'm out trying to fish. So, but yeah, much appreciated, dude. I appreciate that. What was I going to say? We're talking about the rod. So yeah, I'm using some different ones right now, and pay attention to the newer videos going forward into the year, and you'll see some of that stuff in action. See how it performs. Who knows? I may even pick up a couple at the Catfish Conference to add into the spread. When I started doing it, because I had went from using like all big cat fever rods that were either black or they were white, and I was okay with that. And then, I've got 6 rods on the boat, and all of a sudden I mix them up. And I was like, 4 of them were different colors, but 2 of them were black. And that messed with my head. It was like my OCD was like overwhelming. And I had to change one of them out. So one of them ended up putting one of my old tiger rods on there. One of the ugly stick tiger rods, just to change up the color. So yeah, it's who knows? I may come away with some green ones or some blue ones or some yellow ones or whatever other stuff's out there. But yeah, it's just a good way to give some information to you guys on this different stuff. Same stuff I do with the reel. The only thing I can't convince myself to change and play around with is fishing line. I'm always going to fish Andy line, so that's just me. Walmart sells a cat daddy made by Lou's that will handle trophy fish, and the combos range from 25 for a 7-foot to 50 for a 9-foot. Yeah, see, you don't have to spend a fortune to catch fish. And that's one of the things I'm going to try to tell people and get across to a lot of people this year is just you don't have to, as I put that right there, the color's a lot better. Anyway, you don't have to spend a lot of money to catch catfish. And that's actually one of the things that I want to talk about with some people I talked to this weekend. It's just that I think sometimes we overcomplicate it a little bit. And what got me thinking about this was I've had some people, private message me and talk about, man, I want to go fishing, but, I'm afraid I ain't got big enough reels or tackle. Dude, go get broke off. Go out there with whatever you get at Walmart, 4 8-pound. If that's all you got, go fishing. Have one break you off. That's okay. You're fishing. You can get something bigger at some point. The whole point is go fishing. You can buy something that will catch pretty much any fish you're going to encounter at Walmart. And I want to kind of prove that and show that to people. I may have to go buy something at Walmart and fish with it. If you're fishing tournaments, you're fishing for big money, you get a lot of money and time. That's different. Yeah, maybe you want something bigger, better, whatever. But for most people, you're just trying to catch some fish and have fun. Don't go broke doing it. That's the biggest thing. So, yeah, Christopher's he just said eagle claw, cat claws. they'll catch any fish you need to catch. And again, that's the thing people got to keep in mind, man. It's just good fish. That's the most important part. You don't need the super big, expensive stuff. If you got the money and can afford it, that's great. You know, there's a good selection of stuff. We got a lot of people making a lot of good tackle and stuff out there, a lot of good rods, but have fun. Have fun. Good fish. So here's something cool. Victor Graves said, thanks for all your info. I'm not a catfisherman, but I watch all your stuff, and I really enjoy it. Thanks, and God bless. Well, Victor, thank you. That's interesting. I've got some people, I was telling this to somebody the other day, that I've actually got some people that watch the channel that don't fish. And I find that absolutely fascinating. So I appreciate you watching, even though apparently you fish, just don't fish for catfish. But I've had people that don't fish, and I find that amazing that they watch the channel and the content. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully whatever I'm doing continues to be entertaining to you. So, yeah, thanks for checking it out. James, Ripping Lips will be at CatCon selling rods. Memphis Pond Hopper. Ricky Vela says, do you have any mounted fish? Let me tell you my mounted fish thing. Well, first of all, you can't mount a catfish. You have to get a replica made. And there's a guy, if I have a reason to go to Richmond in the next week or two, I will do it. He's got a replica up there of a 70-pound class fish, which is my personal best that I just caught. And he's trying to sell it. And the only thing is with these things, if you've seen them, they're very fragile with the whiskers and the fins. So you really need to almost pick it up or pay $200 to get it boxed and crated up and shipped to you. So, but I don't have. I've got some mounted stripers. I actually have some skin mounts of some stripers that I caught on the Tennessee River. I think one was 30, one was 35. You can actually do a skin mount on those, but catfish you can't do a skin mount on. What they have to do is take a fish and basically make a plaster mold of it, and then do this reverse something another process and put stuff into it, and then they paint it, which you have to paint all fish that you mount, even the skin mounts. And but I'd like to get one at some point. I reached out to a taxidermist. I've got a new little studio set for my videos for some of them that I'm doing there in the studio, and I actually reached out to a taxidermist to see if they wanted to put one on display there. But yeah, I don't have any. I wish I did. He said, do a hairline catch challenge. Are you talking like on really thin line? I think, honestly, people talk about skill. We got into this argument. If you followed any of my stuff about tournaments, I've said that it's kind of complicated. Very quickly is that when you have the best people in the world fishing in a catfish tournament, and they're all in the same terminal, the same lake, what determines the winner is luck. And I've often said, people say, well, it takes skill. Well, it does take skill, but everybody's got the same amount of skill. I said, if you wanted to, and they've made the argument about more fish takes more skill than catching less fish, because I'm a proponent of less fish for a lot of reasons we'll get into another day. But I said, if you want to make catfish tournaments about skill, truly who is the best angler and fisherman, then what you do is you allow them to fish with one fishing rod. Not 6, 8, 10, 12 of them fanned out around the boat. You let them have one fishing rod. And you do a line test and let them fish with 8-pound line, 6-pound line. That will take skill to win that. That will take a different level of skill than putting out 8, 10 rods around the boat and, 100-pound line. But that's another story for another day. Let's see what we got here. Fishing long over time. You start on a budget, and then, yeah, Alan, you're right. Fishermen do evolve, especially when you get into the sport and really love it and get consumed by it and really enjoy fishing. And yeah, we do evolve. And yeah, some of us perfectly happy with just doing it cheap and on the low end. A lot of us, hey, myself included, we like toys. I think there's a lot of people, and this isn't putting anybody down in these places, but, that are places that don't get to fish all year, and the actual tackle and messing with rigs and tying stuff and all that is something that keeps the excitement alive until they can fish. I relate it to deer hunting because deer season, catfish, if you've got the weather for it, you can fish year round. But with deer hunting, you've got a season. And, I know as being an avid deer hunter, more so in the past years, it would be like, you'd get out your guns, you'd clean them, you'd go to the range, you'd shoot, you'd mess with rounds, you'd pack gear, it's all that kind of stuff. So that's what keeps it, kind of fun, interesting, gives you something to do. And sometimes you get a little bit gear crazy when you're not getting to hunt or getting the fish. Sometimes it helps to actually go buy something. So it's let's see, we got here. Michael said we can only use a max of 2 rods here in Ohio. Some states are like that. I think where Northwoods Angling fishes, I think they have a rod limit there too. It really, really, it's a game changer. It's just how you fish and what you do. So it's a lot tougher. Do you have any good tips for filming with my GoPro Hero Black 8? Well, congratulations on having an 8. I've only got 7s. I'm laying around here somewhere. So anyway, here's what I do. Here's how I get my audio. And any of y'all can keep this in mind when you're making videos, fishing videos, if you're trying to do videos, even if they're for yourself and not putting them on YouTube. I wear a chesty cam. One, it does 2 good things. One, it gives you a POV of anything you're doing. I don't have to worry about, you've got a view of what you're doing. The second big thing it does is it's like wearing a lavalier microphone. It's right here underneath your mouth. So it's the best way to get good, clean, clear audio. And then I have another one that I have on a pole. I don't know if you've ever seen any wide shots on my boat. I'm going to do a video on how I make fishing videos, but I can move that to different rod holders in the boat, and that gives a shot back toward me to where I can talk to the camera. My advice on anybody doing fishing videos is video is great, audio is more important. If you have nothing but, if you put up a video of you fishing and you put a bunch of music under it, people are not going to watch it very long. Your mom will, your wife will, your kids probably won't either because it's not enough changing around stuff. You got to be talking and jaw-jacking like I've mastered and just learn the art because that is what keeps people tied into what you're doing. So there's my advice on using them. Other thing, have batteries because they do eat batteries. That's another good thing to have. Shoot on 60, so you'll be fine. Autocorrect substances phone. Ken said, do I go to church? I do go to church. I don't go as much as I probably should. So that's probably the best way. Yes, you have seen me doing live shots on Sunday. So, yeah, that has happened. Patriot Catfishers of America, my favorite channel to watch on. What night is that? Wednesday. Hopefully you'll be driving up here in the morning safe. Watch out for the snow coming through Asheville. That's where the worst stuff's going to be as far as just ice and that kind of stuff. Rick Turner, do you ever talk to Richard Jean? No, I haven't. We've exchanged some stuff and some messages sometimes, but I never have. I never have talked to him. He's got one heck of a channel and one heck of a following down there in what he does. Night filming can be difficult to make videos. Yes, Alan, that's why I've got the lighting set up I got on my boat. This year was the first year. It's one of the things that kept me from doing nighttime fishing videos in the past is I hated how they looked. And the folks at Illumisea that make underwater lights, fishing lights, the green LED submersible, sent me a light to try out because they had heard me complaining about I don't do night videos because you can't see crap. And I put that green light in the water, and I mounted 2 LEDs on poles up high so the bugs kind of stay up away from you and it's not right in your shot. And I'm happy with what I'm doing now at night filming, so you'll be seeing more of me. But it is a pain in the butt because generally anybody that films at night has one light right over here beside them or whatever. It lights up what's in front of them, and then everything behind them falls off sharply and it gets dark and you're looking at an abyss behind them. They may as well be standing in front of a black curtain. And I was able to change the game a little bit this year by illuminating the water with that Illumisea light because it's so bright. It's amazingly bright. And it at least makes the water green around me. And when I go to land the fish over the side of the boat, I can go get a shot of that fish in at least some light from the water. You can see what's going on. So it's made it a little more interesting to do. And I'm looking forward to doing more of it as it warms up some. So we got here. I'll go on. Sorry, I'm scrolling down through the feed here. So. Yes, Patriot says he can't go live yet. That's true for a lot of people. When I think it's 1,000, and then you got to have so many views or something like that. You'll get there. Trust me, I was there too. You dig up any of my older videos from a couple of years ago, and I was dying to finally be able to go live. You can always go live here, like I'm doing, but going live remotely, they make you wait a while, and I think that was to kind of prevent some of the crazy stuff that was showing up by people just starting a channel and then going and shooting up people or something. So, so we got here. Jay's catfishing. Where are you going to be? Free on Saturday? I don't know where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing. Grayson, come stick your head in. Are you awake over here? Grayson's with me working this. Look here, he got a haircut too. He got that big old mop of a head. So we both got haircuts yesterday. So we're gonna get a haircut before we go out there. Yeah, I'm actually putting him to work out here this year, helping out with some stuff. Terry Fry asks, don't dance, Grayson. What do you do for a day job? I actually do TV production for a day job. We do stuff for all kinds of people. NASCAR, ESPN, CBS News. I do a lot of corporate and industrial stuff. So that's kind of where my real world job. So
I didn't go behind you. I think that was a ghost.
That was a ghost. Very good. Very good.
Someone pointed that out one time when I walked behind my dad while he was...
Oh, yeah, there was one where he walked way behind the back of the room at home, and it kind of drifted through there. It looked like a ghost. Yeah, he's the one catching sharks. He's the little shark fisherman. He may actually make. We had, I think it was Discovery Channel or Nat Geo licensed some shark fishing footage last month that they're going to use in some kind of shark fishing shows later this year. So I sent them 6 or 7 clips, a bunch of them with him reeling in sharks. So hopefully he'll make the show. I'll never hear the end of that if he's actually on Discovery Channel or something.
All of you know the odds of us getting actually put on.
It'll be a quick 3 seconds of, then there's the fish released. And actually the reason they went with the footage was because catch and release, whatever it was, they wanted to see the sharks released, and all the sharks that I catch, outside of a couple that we'll eat a year, get released, and those are always small sharks. So I think that's why they ended up going with the footage. So
Mark C. Going with our footage?
Yeah. Yep. Mark C. said, is fishing and stuff showing up? I do not know if he's going to be here this year. I think he was planning on maybe coming or something. But I think him and New School Fishing may be driving up together. I'm not sure what the latest is on that. So,
my dad went to Daytona 500.
I did. I was working at that. Oh, you saw that question. Yeah, did I go to Daytona 500? Yep, I was there. We worked the entire week leading up to it, and Sunday. And then I came home after that. So, it was doing a deal with the Sunday hour thing. Was all we had to do is follow this wrestler around from WWE. He goes by the name of Sheamus. If y'all are into wrestling, you know who he is. He's a big old giant 6'5" guy from Ireland, I believe. Very nice guy, and he was fun to hang out with. And but we were shooting that for the WWE Sunday. He was the pace car driver. And that will probably be on one of their shows coming up. May have been tonight. It may have been tonight. Was it tonight or last night they had a show? But yeah, that's what we were doing there. That's what it gets you. Be safe, yeah. Here's me, Jose, the one you asked to get you a spot for hunting in Illinois, public hunting in Illinois. Actually, I want a private farm. I want like about a 96-acre farm that hasn't ever been hunted, and it's kind of grown up and thick and has some apple trees on it and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna narrow down the choices. Yeah, definitely. I may be hitting you up about some. Grayson's getting more and more into deer hunting, and yeah, he's dying to get out there. Matthew, yes, I'm in the pits. The driver's very cool. Yeah, if you look very closely, depending on where that shop was at, you may have seen me nearby. I know we were over near the Monster Energy little box that they had set up for a little while, and it was good times. He was fun to work with, very cordial guy, very fun, and had a good time on that one. So anyway, well, I'm going to jump off of here for now. It's about 10 o'clock. I got to get to bed. Got to get up in the morning. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications are on. I'm going to try to give everybody a heads up in the community tab here, and that'll give you a little alarm thing going off. And, yeah, we look forward to seeing you. And check it out tomorrow from the Catfish Conference. Remember, if you're a YouTuber, there's a space there for you to set up in. So if you're out there, bring your camera, bring your tripod. You got a place to do your stuff from. And we'll catch you guys out on the water.